Hello students, welcome to Pathak's Computer Academy online classes. In the previous video, we learned about Microsoft PowerPoint animation tab in detail. So, I covered all the topics related to MS Office. So, today we start a last unit, that is programming basics, in which you will learn about the basics concept of the programming and apply that concept in Python language. So, the contents today we covered are the introduction to programming, what are the characteristics of good program, what are the basic programming tools like algorithm and flowchart, how to create these two for a particular program or for a particular problem. And at last, we learned about what is programming environment. So let's start. So what is computer program? A computer program is a sequence of instructions written using a computer programming language to perform a specified task by the computer. Okay. So what is computer program? A piece of instructions, okay, to perform some specific task. For example, I have to add two numbers with the help of calculator. The same thing, if I want to perform through the computer, there have a application known as calc or calculator. But what is calculator? In your computer, it is a piece of program which was designed by someone else that are installed in your computer and you are using it. Okay. Thus, to do the same thing, we need a programming language like Java, Python, C, through which you can code your program, and that program can be converted into machine instruction which are understandable by the hardware, do the operation by the CPU as per the instruction given by you in the program, and whatever the result is came out, again converted into a human readable form and shown to you. That's all. So I think it is very clear. In simple terms, I can say that a program is a piece of instruction to perform some specific task. Clear? Next, there are some terminology which can be altered and asked to you. So what they are? A computer programming is also called a computer software. okay, which can range from 2 lines to millions of lines of instructions. Computer program instructions are also called source code, and computer programming is also known as programming coding. Okay, so you have to very clear about that. A computer without a program is just a dumb box, or you can say that a body without the heart. It is a program that makes computer active. All the application, all the games, all the other software like Paint, MS Office are running through an operating system known as Windows in your computer. And the operating system itself is a computer program on which, yeah, you can say that it is a platform on which you can run other applications. Without the operating system and other application, your computer is nothing. Okay? So what are the characteristics of computer program? First one is portability. As the name suggests, whatever you write in your program must run on different platforms without making many changes. Or you can say that no changes should be done. Here, the platform means various other operating system. If your program are running on Windows, that must be run on Mac operating system, that must run on Linux and other platforms. This is the basic need of a computer program. Next point is maintainability. Again, as the name suggests, maintain. Your program is easy to read and understand, so that if there is a need of maintenance, that can be done very easily. Other than this, it also have some quality, so that if new requirement is to be added or some functionality have to be deleted, that can also be maintained without so much of difficulty. Okay, for example, if you design a program of arithmetic operation like plus, minus, multiplication and division, and after some days you have to add the functionality of the modular division. So there is a possibility that we can add this functionality to your program without making so much of your changes in your source code. Okay, so it is clear what is portability and what is maintainability. Next, efficiency. Your program are created such that it utilizes the least amount of memory and processing time. Because whenever we design a program or write the code for a particular problem, a programmer focused on two things. First one, your program must take a least amount of memory to run, and for processing the program by the computer, the time taken by the CPU is much lesser. If your program achieve these two things, then we can say that your program is efficient. For example, if a person design a factorial program with the help of for loop, another person design the same problem to find out the factorial of a given number with the help of recursion, then we can say that a program designed by the recursion is much more efficient than the program designed by the for loop. Next point is cost effectiveness. At last, cost is everything. So we have to very care about that. And the last point is documentation. A well-documented program is also useful because if you left out the organization, the new person sit in your chair can understand what you have done in a particular code. So these 5 basic characteristics of computer program: portability, maintainability, efficiency, cost effectiveness, and documentation. Okay, these are the basic ones. Next one is programming task. A programming task can be divided into two parts. First one is problem solving, and second one is implementation phase. So what is problem solving? You have a very clear-cut idea about the problem. Afterwards, it produces a step of solution for the problem. And these sequence of steps are called an algorithm. Okay. Next one is implementation. When an algorithm is designed to solve a particular problem, write the program in some programming language like Java, Python, and many more. Okay. Flowcharts and algorithm are two different tools used for creating new programs. So we have to look one by one what is algorithm, how to design it, and what is flow chart, and how to create it. So first one is algorithm. It is very simple. The definition is an algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve any problem. That's it. Okay? You can write your algorithm in any natural languages like Hindi, English, or other languages available, or whatever. Other than this, there is a pseudocode and flowchart. So I am giving you the example. The problem is we have to calculate the sum of two integer value and then print the sum. This is my problem. So how to design an algorithm before going for implementation phase? We have to design an algorithm. And we know that an algorithm is a sequence of step-by-step instructions. So step 1, read first value from the user. It means through keyboard, we are going to take one value from the user. This is the step 1 in variable A. In step 2, again, read second value from the user and store it in the variable B. Step 3, calculate the value of A and B and sum it with the help of arithmetic operator plus and store the result in some another variable, say sum. And at last, in step 4, whatever the result came out in step 3, print that result. So I think now you have some idea about how to solve a problem and write in your language. Here I have written it in English language. So what are the features of an algorithm? You have to very care about that. First one is unambiguous. It means each of its steps and their input output should be very clear. There is no ambiguity. Next one is input. An algorithm should have 0 or more well-defined input. Here you can see that there are two inputs, A and B, which are coming from the user. Output. An algorithm should have one or more well-defined output. So here again you can see that print the result, which is the desired output. Next one is finiteness. Your algorithm must terminate after a finite number of steps. It should not be under any loop, which are not going to terminate. Otherwise, your program will eaten up the processing cycle of the CPU. Here, the number of steps are 4, which is finite one. Next one is easy modification. In algorithm, we can easily make modification that make the process easier, which is also learned when we are talking about the characteristics of the good program. Okay. So it is all about an algorithm. What is an algorithm and what are the characteristics and how to design an algorithm for a particular problem. Next one is flowchart. A flowchart is a pictorial representation of an algorithm, or you can say that it is a diagrammatic representation of a problem to solve through flow from one step to the last step. Okay. A flowchart can be helpful for both writing program and explaining the program to others. So how to create it? To draw a flowchart, there are various symbols which can be used for different purposes. So these are the symbols. We are using oval for start and stop, used at the beginning and end of the algorithm to show that start and end of the program. Rectangle. Rectangle is used for the process which are going to apply or which are going to executed by the CPU, like mathematical operation. Okay. Parallelogram. Parallelogram is used for taking input from the user or showing output to the user. Diamond. It is used for decision making. If in your programming steps there are some logic, there are some decision making instructions, then this diamond is going to be used. We have to taking decision yes or no, true or false. Okay. Next one is arrow. It is very simple to show the relationship between different shapes, or you can say that from one step to another step, if you want to show the flow, we are using an arrow. Next one is circle. It is known as one page connector. It connects two or more parts of a flow chart which are on the same page. Okay. And at last, there is some design that is known as off-page connector. Sometimes your logic is very long and it needs more than one pages to design a flowchart. Then this connector is used. Okay. So these are the basic symbols through which we can convert your algorithm into diagram. So what are the features, or you can say that what are the concerns we have to take in care whenever we design a flowchart? The first concern, flowchart can have only one start and one stop symbol. Okay. Next point, we have to be very taken care of that general flow of process must be from top to bottom or left to right. We cannot move, or we cannot move the flow of the problem from bottom to top or right to left. And at last, arrows should not cross each other. You have to design your flow chart in which arrow should not cross each other. Okay, these are few points you have to remember. So again, I have taken how to find sum of two numbers because we have designed an algorithm for that. So first of all, we have to take an oval to show that the execution starts. After that, we have taken a parallelogram to read a value A. Okay, here parallelogram is used for taking input or showing output. That's why I have taken parallelogram. Again, next step is to read the value of second and store it in B. After that, we are using a processing, or we are asking the CPU to add these two values A and B and store the result into a third variable known as sum. That's why we have taken a rectangle to show the processing. And at last, we have to print that sum. So again, a parallelogram is taken. We have solved the problem. Now we have to show the end of the execution. So again, we have taken up an oval. So I think you have now an idea how to design a flow chart. Okay. And at last, before going to learn a programming language, Python, this point is to be covered. So when we say environment setup, it simply implies a base on top of which we can do our programming. If we want to use your mobile, then Android operating system must be started before going to take calls or doing some other things. I have given the example. If you need to browse internet, then you need the following setup. What they are? First thing is internet connection you have, and the next one is some web browser must be there through which you connect with the network, like Internet Explorer, Chrome, Safari, etc. The same thing is here. If you want to design or create a program, we need something. What they are? First one is a text editor. We need an area where you write your program. And after that, as you know that computer cannot understand our language. So we need a translator that translate my program which are written in our language like English into binary format known as 0 and 1 that can be easily understandable by the computer hardware. Okay, and these translator can be compiler or interpreter. Whenever we write our program in Java, we need a compiler. But in ninth class standard, now we have to learn Python. So for Python, we need an interpreter. Okay. So this is a basic idea about the programming environment which we need. So that's all for today. Today we learned a basics of programming. What is algorithm, how to design it, and at last, what is flowchart and how to create it. In the next class, we will start Python programming language in detail. Thank you so much.